Welcome back, fellow financially confused humans, to Centurion Investing. Today we're throwing two dividend ETFs into the investing Thunderdome, SCHD versus DGRO. It's the battle of the dividend darlings. One's known for consistent cash payouts and discipline like a frugal dad at Costco. The other is a little more modern, like your tech-savvy cousin who somehow owns a house at 28. Let's see who wins, old reliable SCHD or smooth-talking DGRO. In the heat of battle, I say naughty things. You have been warned. Are you not entertained? SCHD stands for Schwab US Dividend Equity ETF, but really it should stand for Some Cash Happens Daily. It only lets in companies that have been paying dividends for at least 10 years and have strong financials, like better than your credit score strong. DGRO, or iShares Core Dividend Growth ETF, is like SCHD's slightly younger, more optimistic cousin. It wants 5 years of dividend growth, so it's cool if you just started adulting, as long as you're growing. TLDR. SCHD. I've been paying dividends since you were in diapers. DGRO. Hey, I'm new here, but I'm already crushing it. Okay, let's get petty. SCHD has been around longer and returns around 11 to 12% per year over the past decade. That's pretty solid. Basically the ETF version of a Toyota Corolla. Boring, dependable, and weirdly good at getting you where you want to go. DGRO, launched in 2014, has returned about 10 to 11% per year, so not far behind. It's like a Tesla Model 3. Looks cooler, has more tech, but might catch on fire if interest rates go haywire. In down markets, SCHD tends to hold up like a Midwestern grandma during a snowstorm. DGRO is a little more growthy. It might be shaky if tech sneezes. Winner, slight edge to SCHD for being boring and awesome. Dividends, the real reason you're all here. Let's talk about those dividends, also known as the cash sprinkles on the investing cupcake. SCHD typically pays around 3.5% to 4%. That's like walking into your mailbox and finding a coupon that actually works every quarter. And they only really pay a quarter every quarter, which is ridiculous, SCHD. You can do better than this. DGRO pays 2.3% to 2.8%, depending on the market. That's respectable, like tipping 20% at a diner. Nobody's mad. But here's the twist. SCHD is like your grandpa who mails you a $100 check every Christmas. Reliable, consistent, has opinions about the stock market. DGRO is like your younger aunt who sends $40 on a note that says, invest it wisely, champ. DGRO's lower yield, which I don't really see them having a lower yield these days because they pay, better dividend each quarter, about at least 10 to 15 cents more. But they do have the higher dividend growth potential. So maybe that $40 turns into 80 in 10 years, but only if you're patient and don't panic when the market throws a tantrum. For pure income today, you still got to go with DGRO. For dividend growth and possibly more money later, still DGRO. What's in each of these funds? Let's peek inside the ETF lunchbox. SCHD's top 5 holdings are Chevron, ConocoPhillips, Texas Instruments, Cisco, and Merck. Translation: mature, responsible, cash-rich adults. These companies wake up at 6 a.m. and stretch. They've got life insurance and backup savings accounts. DGR's top 5 is Exxon, JP Morgan, Microsoft, Apple, and Johnson & Johnson. These are companies that say, I'm not a regular stock, I'm a cool stock. They're more growthy, a little younger, and are still raising their dividends like they've got something to prove. DGRO even gets tech companies in, while SCHD is like, you don't pay enough dividends, come back when you've matured. Fees, because we're cheap. Let's talk about how much they charge you to hold on to your own money. SCHD charges just 0.06%. It's basically free. DGRO charges 0.08%. Still basically free, unless you're that guy who calculates compound losses on $2 a year. Please don't be that guy. Either way, both are cheaper than your gym membership that you haven't used since January. Taxes. Fun at the IRS party. Tax stuff. Yay. Both SCHD and DGRO are passively managed, meaning they don't buy and sell a ton, so they're pretty tax efficient. Most dividends are qualified, meaning lower tax rates. Low turnover equal fewer capital gains. Just don't put these in a taxable account unless you like surprise tax bills. I put DGRO, and when I used to own SCHD, into my Roth IRA. But that's my journey. Do what you want. Final verdict. Who should you swipe right on? So here's the deal. Pick SCHD if you want income now, like 25 cents a quarter, which ends up being like 8 cents a month. You like boring, stable cash pumping companies. You think value is underrated and dividends are king. Pick DGRO if you care more about future growth. If you want some of that sexy tech exposure without going full meme stock, you're okay with a little less yield in exchange for growth. Or be like a normal indecisive investor and own both. But Jack Bogle might frown down upon you. SCHD for your buy me a boat someday fund. DGRO for your retire in style and maybe own a Bentley fund. Alright friends, that's it for this ETF showdown. Let me know in the comments, Team SCHD or Team DGRO. Or do you just buy VT and call it a day? Hit that like button if you laughed, learned something, or cried about your own portfolio. Subscribe for more investing info, minus the finance bro energy, and plus 100% more sarcasm. Till next time, invest responsibly. Ignore TikTok stock tips. And remember, dividends are the closest thing to free money the market offers.